Want to learn how to go from 0 to over 100,000 followers on TikTok in less than 30 days? Keep watching this. Hey everyone, my name is James Lamprey. You might know me as the host of Fun Foods, and I am coming to you today on this YouTube channel because I want to show you how you can go from 0 followers on TikTok with a brand new account and get over 100,000 followers in less than 30 days. And just to give you a little backstory, I started TikTok actually back when it was called Musical.ly. This was a new app I learned about through different conventions at YouTube, conventions such as VidCon and Playlist, and I heard people talking about this. This was quite a few years ago, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, I think, and people were talking about this new Musical.ly, and I said, well, let me get into that and see what that's about. I quickly saw that it was mainly an app for kids, but one of the things I have learned to do was to secure my name, my @ and I had the at Fun Foods YT across all platforms, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. Everything's Fun Foods YT, and I wanted to make sure no one can steal that. So I signed up for Musical.ly, even though I've never posted on Musical.ly, and I got that Fun Foods YT. Now, fast forward a couple years later, Musical.ly sells to TikTok, and what happens? TikTok starts blowing up and does well. So I decided, let me post something on TikTok. I post my first post, and I think I got like 5,000 views, which is great. It was what I do. It was food related. And one of the things I did from there was I didn't really stick with that. So I did some food stuff, and then I did some fun little trending videos, and just had fun with it. I didn't really think of that as a business account. I just thought of a fun account. And it didn't do as well. So my first post, 5,000 views. After that, it started doing bad. And then I kind of just didn't post for a while, played around with it a little bit, this and that. Now, I know a lot about content creation through 10 years of creating on the internet. And I posted stuff that should have done well and got like 5 views. And it was odd to me. Something was not right. So I quickly started trying to figure out what was I doing wrong. Was it the format I was using? Was it the content? But the content I really wasn't worried about because it was the same content I used on other platforms that did well. How do you go from 30 million views on one platform to 5 views on another? It just didn't make sense. So I had the theory I was being shadow banned. And if you don't know what shadow banned is, check it out. It's where your content isn't being shared with everyone to its potential. And it's something that platforms do for one reason or another. There's a lot of different reasons for that. You could get caught using copyrighted content, so they shadow ban you. That's what got me into creating a second channel. So fast forward to today, I have learned a lot about TikTok, and I have been posting for a while. I've tried different things. I've tried posting my food videos on there. I've tried posting fun food-related videos, such as food trivia, food challenges, stuff like that. Nothing's really taken off. So it got me thinking. I was looking at different gurus, TikTok gurus we'll call them. Some of them will say, if you do this, you can get massive growth. If you do that, and I take all that with a grain of salt. And for me, I like to see the proof. And what I mean by that is, will it work for me? Will it work for my content? And so I decided to set up a secret account. And if you don't know, on TikTok, you can have a total of 3 accounts. And I had my Fun Foods YT account. So about a month ago, I created another account. This one called Official Fun Foods, but I didn't tell anyone about it. I kept it completely secret. It started with 0 subscribers, just like everyone did. And I wanted to see if I can grow that 0 subscriber TikTok account to something bigger using all these methods from different TikTok gurus to different things that I've learned through the years. And this time, see if I can grow my channel, which basically using the same type of content I was using on my other one that didn't grow at all. So this is my experiment, and I will show you the numbers right now. So one of the things most of these TikTok gurus were talking about were your first 5 posts. Your first 5 posts will define you. So make sure it is your niche and make sure it is defining to the content you want to create. So I make food videos. What do? I want my first 5 videos to be food content. And specifically, I make a lot of desserts, so I wanted them to be mostly desserts. So I stuck with that. My first 5 posts on this new account were going to be food recipes. And I said, that's what I'm going to do, and I did it. Another thing people talk about is consistency, and that makes a lot of sense. I've been creating content, like I said, for 10 years on multiple platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and one of the things that's very successful across all platforms is being consistent. And one of the things I do on YouTube is post every Sunday at 2 o'clock because people know to look for my videos at 2 o'clock on Sunday. So I decided to say every day at 3 o'clock I will post a video. So that's what I did. I was consistent. Out of the 28 days I've done this so far, one day I did not post, and that was it. So I was pretty consistent. It could have been better, but 27 out of the 28 days I posted at 3 p.m. or around 3 p.m. every single day. Now I only posted one video a day, one post a day. That's all I did. Now there's other theories that you post as many times as possible. You can post 3 videos or 15 videos or whatever. Now I could try that out with another secret account maybe, but right now that is not what has propelled me to this level. Another thing I did, and I learned this when I was at VidCon London, I actually did a food challenge and food trivia with 2 people who worked at TikTok. So I asked them this question because it was coming up a lot. Do you use the hashtag #ForYou or For You page or FYP? Should I use that hashtag in my videos? And they both said overwhelmingly, I can't talk, they both said overwhelmingly do not use those hashtags. In fact, they took it a step further and told me something. They said, we're going to start shadow banning people who use it. So, whether they do that or not, I don't know, because I have friends with millions of followers who still use For You and For You page all the time on their hashtags, and they still get plenty of views. But I kind of took that comment from the horse's mouth and said, you know what? I better not use it. So none of these posts I did will have the hashtag For You page, or FYP, or anything to that, anything related to that at all. What I did do, however, was I used relevant hashtags, hashtags that made sense. Every one of my videos, my post had the hashtag Fun Foods because that is my name. So it is identifiable that that is my brand, Fun Foods. So that's going to be on every one of my posts. Now another thing I did was I determined on what I made. So if I made eggs, it might be hashtag eggs, or if I made pancakes, it'd be hashtag pancakes. So it was related to what it was. Another thing I learned, if you can use a hashtag of a trending subject, and if it makes sense, but don't go out of your way to use it if it doesn't fit in the video. But do not use more than one of those hashtags. So if you have 2 trending subjects happening right now on the For You page, only use one out of the 2. Don't use both of them. For whatever reason, that's what works, at least on my test. What works for you? Who knows? Another thing I learned from YouTube, when I post a video on YouTube, and a lot of YouTubers do this as well, we have what's called the Power Hour. When we post a video, that first hour after you post a video, you answer as many comments as you can answer, and you respond to as many comments and questions. And what that does is it rewards people for being early. They come to watch your video right away. You reward them with answering comments and questions. Now, I take that a little longer than an hour sometimes, but it's something that you can do to get people in the habit of asking questions and commenting right away and watching your video, of course. So if you do that, that's great. You get people in the habit, they come, they know, okay, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or whatever time he's going to post this video, I got to be ready to comment because he's going to respond. And if they do that, what happens is you get them in the habit of being first to watch your video. What that does, it tells the algorithm, hey, he just posted a video and he got a whole bunch of people watching his video right away, as opposed to watching it over time. TikTok takes that and says, Okay, a lot of people watch this right away. It must be a good video. So then they roll it out to more people. So it's same thing on TikTok as YouTube as far as we know. And the tests prove that responding to comments helps. Now, what goes across all platforms is making something, a piece of content that's well lit, and really bright colors tend to work well. And I guess that's because we have younger audiences. But bright colors, well lit stuff really works well. And another thing that brings me to the thumbnail that you choose. Now, my experience in this experiment is using thumbnails where there is motion involved. And specifically, motion where you can still show bright colors and what it is you're making really helps. Or if you can be a little mysterious. And even though my title says deep fried butter on a stick, yes, I'm dipping the butter into the batter. That's pretty cool. They can see that and kind of figure out what it is. But there's also other things like little droplets of food coloring in water. You know, what's next? I don't know. You have to look and see, right? So you want to get something that pops and you want some motion. I have experimented this with my other channel, which is done horribly when I do this, is using still photos. Still photos are horrible on TikTok. Use the little thumbnail slider and pick the thumbnail of something moving. That's my advice. Now, my secret channel on TikTok, it gained 129,000 followers in only 28 days. Now, how did I do that? Now, one of the rules I set forth was I was not going to tell anyone about this. I wasn't going to share it across my other social media because I have a following of over 500,000 between YouTube and Facebook, and I did not want to influence this at all. So no one knew about it until now. And I wanted to really see what it's like to go from 0 all the way up to over 100,000. And what happened was right away, by sticking with the rules of first 5 posts being to my niche, my first video got like 300 views in the first 24 hours, which is great for having 0 followers. I think I gained like 10 followers that day or something like that. Then my next post got about 500 views or so. Then my third post was my deep fried butter post, and that one went viral. It got nearly 300,000 views. It's over 300,000 now, but it had just under that at that time. It happened within 24 hours. It jumped up so high. That was good. Then my next 12 to 15 posts were above average, but you know, it was getting between 600 and 1,000 views, which were really good. So then what happened was I shared my Skittles ice cream video. That's my first video to get over 1 million views. I got it a little over 1 day, which was really good and really exciting. When you get a video over 1 million views, it really adds to your excitement and makes you want to create more content. So then only a couple days later, I made my shark-infested Jello video, which got me 5.6 million views in just 1 day. That is amazing. And that video went viral. I couldn't keep this channel a secret anymore. It was being shared on the For You pages of everyone. Friends of mine, they said, oh, wait, what's this channel? I had people contacting me on my other channel telling me that there's somebody impersonating me, which it was me. It was pretty funny, and I couldn't keep it a secret anymore, and so the cat was out of the bag, and everyone knew about my channel before the 30 days was up, and that was at 27 days total. And so that was it, and I gained almost 90,000 subscribers or 90,000 followers in that 1 day. So when you get a video that goes over 5 million views, there's a good chance you're going to gain a lot of followers. So in closing, what you should do is look at the tips and tricks that I've given you here and see what works for you. Some of the things may not work for you, but try it out and understand that these platforms are always changing things. They're always changing rules, and they're trying to stay a step ahead of the game. So understand that. If you find something that works really well, stick with it. And if you see a post performing better than normal, find out what you did there and replicate that in future videos. So anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this thing. I hope you find some things very useful here. And if you did, please write in the comments below and tell me what works for you, because maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't know everything. You know, TikTok doesn't tell me all the things about their algorithm, and they won't tell anyone, trust me. And so if you know something that can help me, let me know. So feel free to put your TikToks, your @s below. I'd love to check out your channel. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.